focusing initially into diaphragmatical breathing, which is a main focus in the course. So to start to do that, take your hands over your belly and just feel as you breathe in that the air pours right down to the base of your lungs and your belly relaxes. So you don't want to be holding your belly in, it's just soft and expansive. You'll need to ground and root down first. So just spread out in your feet. Your feet can be a little bit wider than your shoulders, inner edges of the feet parallel, and the knees are off lock. Because if you lock and straighten your knees, you set up an anxiety pattern. So we need to use sitting, earthing. So you're sitting in the saddle, you're standing up optimally. So it's as if you're stacking all the bones in your back and sending roots down through your feet. So grounding is really important. So to start to feel the belly breath, just have your hands over the lower belly, a little gap between the fingers and the fingers pointing in. So your tailbone will just drop and lengthen, and you're tilting the front hip bones up. So if you start to feel that you can just pour the air right into the pit of your lungs, so you breathe in and your hands come away, so it just allows you to measure the breath just to see how it feels, because a lot of the time, especially if we're stressed or anxious or in our head, we're only breathing in the top third of the lungs. So we'll keep coming back to this during the relaxation and breathing techniques at the very end, but if we start to set it up now, then you're mindful of your breath the whole way through. So even when you're in the standing postures, or when you're in the flowing, moving ones, you're consciously linking it to your breath. So if you take a big breath in and your hands come all the way out to the sides, and you use the exhalation, and you'll sink slightly in your knees, your front hip bones will just tilt up, you'll start to build that belly breath. You've got a feeling of expansion as you breathe in, and sinking, earthing, rooting as you breathe out. And you can imagine taking your hands all the way around a big hula hoop or a rubber ring. So your palms will beam into your kidneys, your palms will face the small of your back as you inhale. So also warming up around the shoulders as well. So it might take a while to build the breath, to access the relaxation response, which is that parasympathetic nervous system. We need to feel that the exhalations are quite long. So avoid a short, sharp release of the breath. So breathe in smoothly, so the breath is easy, it's gradual, there's no force or strain. And we'll be taking this into more advanced breathing techniques as we move through the course. So if we take focus now into warming up that big ball and socket hip joint, for women, we'll place the right palm on the belly, a couple of inches below the navel. Men have the left palm, and we want to line up this energetic centre in the palm. So for men, the left palm's on the belly first. The head is just long, bring your chin slightly back so your head is centred, and you're taking your pelvis to the left, back, right and forwards. So you can either just gaze straight ahead or close the eyes if you want to feel that you're travelling through the layers in your body. You can imagine a thread at the top of your head and the roots earthing you through your legs and your feet. But you're rolling around on the synovial fluid in that hip socket. Just take a little while to travel into your body and to let your mind still. Just consciously but very gently let go of thinking about anything. So when we come into movement or holding a posture, just tune into the music and let your mind empty out. So you're really present in your body. Once your pelvis is forwards, we'll take the pelvis to your right and backwards, left and forwards. And just let your body tell you, maybe small, slow circles. Other days your body will feel really different. So whenever you practice, just notice how you feel and change and modify it. Even though you're observing your body and the movements, you can feel the four corners of both feet. Let your jaw relax, your eyes soften, your face relax. As you travel through your body, you're also watching the thinker. You can just step outside and notice the thoughts, notice any emotions that come up while you're practicing. And we'll make smaller circles, so we very gradually ease back in. We take our focus into our belly. We have our power point in the belly, and we'll sink the knees slightly. Front hips scoop up. Just relax your elbows and your shoulders, and drop and lengthen through your tailbone. Just pause with a still body, still mind. See if the air is pouring down through to the bottom of the lungs. And just have a feeling of the breath moving into the whole of the rib cage, like there's a balloon expanding in the back ribs, side, not just the front of your body. So we always breathe out, blink the eyes open if they are closed, and if you release your hands down, we're taking the focus back into the hips. You're turning to your right, and if you swivel on your right heel, your right toes will point to the sky, and if you turn to the left toes lift. So you'll have the opposite hand in front of the foot, right hand, left foot, and if you don't feel ready to lift your toes, just turn a little in your waist. Otherwise you're swiveling on your heel, waking up back hip joint, and just turning the head a little. So one of the best ways to release tension from your neck is to simply turn the head slowly from side to side. The arms will just flop around, they're really soft. So you're feeling the center line from the crown of the head down to the pelvic floor, a plumb line through the center of the body. As that turns, the arms just swing around like they're heavy ropes hanging off your torso. So this will ease tension from the shoulders. And you're turning your head a little, hands are soft. There is an element of balance here, plugging the big toe. So the whole way through the course, we'll be focusing on the big toe and the ball of the foot, planting, landing that big toe to feel more balanced while we're moving. So that will move across into your daily life. Part of your awareness will stay in your feet, in that big toe, ball of the foot. A little more, we'll gradually slow it down, and we're just taking the feet back to about shoulder distance. We'll just shake out a little. So bring the feet together, so there's just an inch or so between the inner edges of your feet. They're still parallel. Let your toes spread out, just relax your shoulders. Your legs will be very slightly bent, so your tailbone can just curve under. We're bringing the palms together. Whenever we bring the palms together, just still the mind, become present in both sides of your body, and just relax your face. So that vagus nerve is also connected to your facial muscles. So just take a second to release around the forehead, temples, part the teeth a little. Just release and relax around your jaw, the mouth, cheeks, the eyelids. And keeping the face soft and the feet rooted, we're bringing the arms down by the side. So with the palms facing forward, your arms are slightly away. You're taking your big belly breath here, front and the back equally relaxed. And as you start to connect the palms above the head, you may need to modify that. And you perch on a stool behind you, your imaginary stool, or sit onto a stool behind you, and point your fingertips down. And so once your legs are bent, depending on how your knees feel, you'll bend your legs a little more. This will be your inhalation, and you'll start to release the breath. As you come down, you perch on your stool, your fingers point down, you dive down with long arms, and this is your belly breath. So you can leave the eyes open, gaze ahead, or close the eyes if you want to move inwards. And now we'll carry on, and we'll keep repeating this in silence. To come back to the thumbs over the sternum, the palms are connected. Pause there, take the hands onto your belly, and just wake up again in your feet. Lift one heel and then the other. Becoming aware again of that space in the front mid part of your foot. Relax the heels down, bring the right heel forwards and just let your arms hang. So as you lift your back heel, you've plugged the front toes, and you're now lifting the front toes, squeezing back through your triceps, lifting the back heel, and the arms are just parallel to the ground in front of you. So you're waking up those long nerves through your legs. And your brain, your mind, has to plug down through the big toe, the ball of the foot, as it lands on that front foot. So we're focusing into just a small balance. We're getting used to peeling the back heel up, and then we'll swap the leg. So we'll take the other leg in front. So the arms up, toes, and then the back heel. Keep flowing, just let the breath be. So we'll be gradually moving as we move through the course through different types of balances, one leg balances. And you'll decide if you just want to peel your big toe or if you want to lift your foot higher. So as we move through the next few lessons, we'll be focusing on more balances. So we'll bring that foot back, take a breath and relax.